Welcome back. This is part two for chapter three, evidence for intelligent design. I left you off with string theory. So let's recap what string theory is. Um, String theory is a way for scientists to mathematically connect relativity and quantum physics. Um, they're attempting to do this by replacing particles with strings or waves. Equals mc squared has energy in the waves, making matter, the particles. This is an attempt to find a theory of everything that has brought about some, and this has brought about some unexpected results. We talked about the holographic principle, but it's worth talking about again. The holographic principle says that all four-dimensional objects in this universe are connected to two-dimensional objects that are just as real, that is on the event horizon of our universe. They are connected by strings. These strings account for the gravity of dark matter that we thought we detected, but may not really be there. Some physicists call this the cosmic hard drive. This cosmic hard drive brought about the anthropic principle. Um, it says that the universe cannot exist unless it can support life that can observe it. There has to be an observer. The only reason why a universe could even come into existence is if you have something observing it or someone observing it. Physicists hate this principle because it injects God into our universe, or any universe for that matter that would ever form. So none could form unless there is a someone that is going to observe it. But they cannot ignore it because it solves so many problems in physics, and so they have to pay attention to it. And so it is taught quite prevalently in college. Um, this explains the fine tuning of our universe. Our universe is extremely fine tuned. That says a lot. If you had just one, let's say 5 ounces of matter, or just a nickel worth more of matter in this universe, more or less, the universe would not have formed the way it is. It is that precise. If you change any of the laws of physics, just the least tiny little bit, the universe does not form as it does to allow life to exist. So there's a fine tuning of it. This also lets us see the accelerated expansion of our universe. Our universe is accelerating, and it's expansion. This could be due to the fact that life requires more information, and when you have observers, they require even more information, and there's space that needs to be created on the outside of the space, our space-time continuum, or the outside of our universe. The event horizon of our universe is going to require more space. Um, this is all recorded on the event horizon of the universe, and if this is true, then this could be responsible for the acceleration of the expansion of our universe, which is responsible for the majority of the energy in the universe. The dark energy that science is trying to figure out could be due to the fact that life exists, and because it's creating things to observe the universe, and life is so complicated itself, it is causing an expansion so that all the information that it's recording can be put on the event horizon. Everything has to be recorded. And this shows God's omniscience. Everything that has ever happened is etched on the outside of the universe on the event horizon. This is a recording of all things and happenings in the universe. This would contain all knowledge of the universe, showing God is omniscient. Let's look at unparticles again. There was a physicist named Howard Georgi that discovered that all particles in this universe are connected to unparticles. They have fractal dimensions where these fractals branch off like branches of a tree. The leaves are the particles, and the branches are the unparticles. This shows me that there's a pathway where God could directly connect to us, or to all things in this universe, working all things out for our good if we believe in Him. and love him. So this unparticle physics shows that God is literally everywhere in the universe. God is omnipresent and is connected to all things so that he could manipulate them. God is omnipotent, and he can do this as he sees fit. So that takes care of string theory. Now let's go on to quantum physics. This is the physics that happens outside of time and possibly space, helping make the pixel of our universe be in space and time, even though the, um, the the electron itself is outside of space and time because it is timeless, because it's moving at the speed of light. It explains how particles work to make up matter in this universe and the forces that interact with it. It explains how the atoms work in all chemistry and life, and that has to do with the uncertainty principle. Britannica says the uncertainty principle is also called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, was articulated in 1927 by German physicist Werner Heisenberg, and he said that the position and velocity of an object cannot both be measured exactly at the same time, even in theory. Or more simply stated, we can't tell where a particle is at one moment in time. And that tells us in the electron cloud, an electron in an atom is everywhere in that electron cloud of that atom at the same moment in time, or at any moment in time. Any and all orbitals that the electron could be in at any point, it is in all those places all at the same time, because the electron itself is outside of time, because it is moving close to the speed of light where time stops. So if you're outside of time, outside of space, if you have no time, you can be anywhere. Just like the electron, since the God is outside of time, he has the ability to be everywhere. It's programmed in this universe. Just like the electron is outside of time and is helping make space, God is outside of time and is responsible for making both time and space. Quantum physics says God has the ability to be everywhere, omnipresent. Look at all these places. That means there's an illusion here. Because the electron is everywhere in the cloud at the same time, this shows that the atom is an illusion. And if the pixel of our universe is an illusion, so is the whole universe. What then is ultimate reality? I say it's God. So now we've got the evidence of physics in. Now let's look at scripture. Finish off with scripture. The Bible is older than science. If scientific principles are written in scripture that are thousands of years old, how can you not acknowledge that God had his hand in writing the scripture? Who else would be able to get that information in the scripture at that time when they were written? These are things were written, these books were written written thousands of years ago. How can you get that kind of information in there? And I'm going to talk more about that in the next chapter when we look at the creation story and see what Scripture says and how that lines up with all this science that we just went over in the last two chapters. I hope you join me. Read the book. There's a workbook also that goes with it that has some great thought-provoking questions on each chapter to help you understand this information at a deeper level.